our coin, our stock and our stalls, and we're just supposed
So you are
to
content
hand
to
over-
abandon... Please, if you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight,
That's exactly what we're trying to, at least.
even when our true... Fine. Thank you so much.
She cornered you.
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like...
She made an uninvited appearance at the... hoping to convince the dame to...
I bet that... Anyway.
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome...
Oh, right, as always. We've had some reports.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm.
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep?
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clark. I'll look into one of the other...
Let's go. Run like the wind. Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Clive! You all right?
I am. I dispatched the...
Well, there's something. But what were they doing south? We might be able to fend off on it.
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. You head back to Northreach.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working, stirring up ill feeling to...
What? I'll do what I can to... Be careful out there.
Don't worry, I'm not like you.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Griega.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
Oh, fuck. No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
Whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders. I got them spaced out at regular intervals.
Thank you, Philip. Rest assured, the people will play. Should any of your men be injured, take them to...
Thank you, my lady.
I'll play my... You still want for numbers. I only hope I can go somewhere. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands?
Of course. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road. I fought a few of these things.
All right.
Thank you.
You can thank us when...
Till then, but...
Steel in the hands of every...
Faster!
This is more like it. Come on then. Test me. just begun. I wonder how the others... Better hurry back to town.
Clive.
And you, the road to Oriflamme. How did you and your men...
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks.
Glad to hear it.
Well, I thank you both.
You were right. And I had thought that the only way to that without a strong hand, they would drift apart. But you, not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess given, or by simply being one of them.
Our purpose was ever the same. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire.
As did you. His radiance said it himself. I forgot that.
I'm sorry. I should never have only wanted you to understand how I felt.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence, but I believe the same could be said of us. We all want safety, and we may yet achieve. Will you join us in this? Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to... And today there are more than ever before.
Madam, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm.
You're right.
Forgive me for saying so, but the dame said it herself. And that goes for you. You're one of us.
One of you.
Well said, Captain.
Well, I should see if Isabel needs any help.
Can we get you anything?
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'll be happy to mount. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me. But I sense you would rather have done. For you, madame, I have all the time.
Very well. I was Carla, that so sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the Veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, all unite. And what of you? Can we count on you?
Always.
The garrison said they'd take another 100 of me pitch spots.
Those whites will think twice before attacking us.
Let's go.
Faster!
Straight home now. Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls. Easily enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what...
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Ty is right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Daya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles, on the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the...
And a kindness it...
You know as well as I what life is like for... A commander may care nothing. I've no tears. I've seen too many. Something needs, and we need to be...
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav need. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo. Near some gutted hovel, not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you. Lorry should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since...
It was a tragedy, and if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done, and those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left.
I suppose you're...
The Blight might... There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. But now we've got a few more guardians.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course. All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
I'm for making this town a welcoming place, but...
Hospitality has its limits.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jars. It hurt me. I'm a son of Rosaria.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So...
I'd say so. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming after her brush with those beastmen on... She's dangerous, Sid.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the
The Baum Archers.
My lord Marquis, is that you? It is you. I am Sebastian.
Of course.
Yes, man.
And what was so sensitive that you...
1,000 apologies.
It's all right.
I am here tasked with and what I have the subsequent darkening, the gears of the realm. Your lord,
That sounds like...
It is.
Alas.
I have lost. They're both able-bodied.
So you want me to find? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
Did you hear they're rebuilding Rosalith? I was thinking I might take my cart out that way, see how they're getting on.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians with a mind to make a go of it.
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
Sorry, but if you're looking for a bed, there's none to be had right now. We're already sharing our cots with masterless bearers and those who fled the floods, and more seem to wash up at our door every day.
So wait.
And you.
I spoke with... She tells me...
That's right. I rather fear my men, and then there are the bearers. We need somewhere to set...
As can I. Which is why I agreed...
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many, and rather less, thankfully. A small force would suffice to...
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the band. You and the Guardians can stay outside to make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, if I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Inn's full.
Don't bother.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
I've got greens of all
Now,
shapes and sizes.
Let's get this stall set out.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new...
I'm looking for a silver chocolate.
If that's the case, no one has seen a silk... Word is, they were all hunted for their... If any are still out there.
You're probably right.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000 Akashic jars couldn't hurt me.
Can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver...
I deal in fruit, but if it's fancies you're after...
Was a silver chocobo?
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't be the first. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here... It's still here. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Brace you there. I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way. All right. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. Not here. This should be enough. Time to fight. Let's go. Faster! Good. How did Doris come to know us?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming.
Back to civilization, is it?
With all haste. Lest I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your rest.
You'll forgive me for not avenging. I surrender.
Sid.
Ah, Doris. You know, I was casting your lot with this.
Better fighting for a cause. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have this woman, my former master, once trained bearer. She raised me like a daughter. And I did.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn.
and had but you proved yourself a master of both. How about it, my little dagger?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I to liberate the bearers. Farewell, master. Thank you for making...
You always were a right. Perhaps that's the reason.
What do you want to do?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be, and she no longer has friends in high places.
All right.
I am.
And I should head back to the hut.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you...
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the... Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about...
I'd been hoping as much. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these... She's been arrested, by the way. Over in Sam. She won't be getting off lightly. The end can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. You had quite the pass yourself. Anyway, thanks.
Keep up the good work.
Look, I said I'll go. Zoltan will have turned the old... What's that for you, dear? Yeah, that should do you. That it? Fine.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Thought you knew better. Go on, then. It's rubbing me blind, you know.
To what do I owe the honour? So, will it be? Yeah, that should do you. That it? Fine.
First the skies, then the crystal. What next? The advent of great Griega herself.
Sid.
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. And something else.
How did she come back?
Finding bearers always was her strong point, and it seems the cells of Balmung, and even better for her.
Leaving the bearers to be
Sid, I'd like to believe, and while I'm well aware that you've forbidden, I can't let those bearers die.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, and we stay no longer than we have to.
Thank you, Sid. That Chadwick... The thought of him held cap.
He must be very...
He was.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison. We should head there as quickly as we can.
As do I.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. All yours. All done?
alive.
What's this?
A chest of seeing as you're so...
I'm sure it will be entire.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick I'll take that. Besides,
Who indeed? Ready, go? Be safe. Couldn't have been just any more, could it? All right then. but ordinary. Now...
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most...
Here.
What an amazing specimen. When I successfully graft this to the Morgan beards, I suspect... Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the... Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid. Do you recall the extract with which... I took a moment to distill some more. You must accept this file as...
Just walk in here, kill him.
You will leave Eastpool now, or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. More surprises? I'll take that as a no.
A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road. Then
let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be... It might be best to send word...
Of course. Leave it with me.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait, if you don't mind.
Of course. I couldn't...
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more...
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape? On second thought, it'll only give me nightmares.
I suppose it will.
What else? Sir Wade's, there's plenty bad happened to that place.
Did Wade's...
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take seeds for... I'll keep providing, but if Eastpool's going to survive as of those poor bearers, they've lived their whole small wonder. And if you're wondering, Sir Wade's putting a brave...
All right.
Thanks. There.
Gizal Green.
Not the most mouth. Better that than something... And chocobos love 'em. They ain't exactly sick.
I'll take your word.
Anyway, sir, I'll go up...
I'm sure you